my profession, to give his speech. Dr. Prabhu Kumar, please. Dr. Prabhu Kumar, please give him a big hand.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I should first take this opportunity to thank you, sir, Dr. Sujeeva, Deputy Commissioner of Sri Lanka. Thank you very much, sir. And in fact, I'm really honored to be here to give a very small briefing about our health and how this product can, in fact, assist us. We are not talking about the cure of the problem. We are looking at only assistance of whatever existing situation. So what have I given? The title is the life force of this. Everything was prepared today morning after spending almost 4 to 5 hours with doctor yesterday, and which gave me a confidence for me to look into it a little more detail, because with our medical fraternity and my background as a medical doctor with 25 years in this medical profession and as an ENT surgeon for almost 22 years, I wouldn't just venture up or put my foot into a product which is not authenticated. So here, after speaking to the doctor, it gave me an edge, and then I started moving into it. And of course, there's a lot of things which I probably will be working with the doctor to look into, something where we can look for ultimately assisting the fellow human beings. My aim is to assist every human being, which is what I am doing right now, is preventive health care. I am not doctor for treating your diseases. I don't want to do that. I want you all to get into the preventive health care. But if you already have a disease, it's okay. Can we prevent the complications? We are looking, I'm looking into that. So in that way, it is a health nutritional supplement, and it is not a drug or a medication. So this I want to make it very clear. It is not a drug or a medication for your problem. So today it's a very beautiful day for us, because it's one of the pioneer products of this particular company in Sri Lanka, and we as Malaysians, we are receiving this, one of the pivotal product from Sri Lanka, and we are launching it down here. So it is going to help us in our journey of life. In my background, I wouldn't like to elaborate too much, because I'm basically a ENT surgeon and a laser allergologist, and I'm a hospital advisor as well. But my journey of today is BioVibes. That's what is my research, and I've been doing this research for almost 7 years, and then there's a lot of breakthrough information I have collected in the 7 years, and which I will be releasing it probably this year by putting it down with my PhD, and then getting a PhD degree on this BioVibes, which will be for the first time in the world. No university is offering you this, so I'm working on it. So probably I look forward to create another new, as our president said, Indians are here to create something, and I want to create something. Okay, aren't we all the best gift of the divine as a human being? There are a lot of animals also being born, but I believe that from birth to death, this is something, if you look at the words there, birth is also 5 letters and death is also 5 letters. So does it make any difference? No, not at all. In fact, most of us would agree with me that during when you are born, you cry, right? Then what is the message? The baby is saying, hello, why am I born? When you fail only, you are born once again. If you fulfill your duties as a human being in this life, you don't need to be born. This is what our great saints did, right from Jesus to Buddha to lot of saints who have done this is they don't come back as a human being. Now what do we do when a person dies? What do we say? He passed away. That means he didn't fail. When you're born, you fail actually. And when you die, you pass. So that means you have completed your journey and you're passing off from this human life and the tensions and the trials and tribulations, you're completing it. So isn't it a good occasion for us to say thank you very much? Absolutely. That's the reason if you see in a lot of communities, when you die, they don't cry. In fact, you should happily send the soul back to their journey. Now, when you look at the meaning of Jiva, every person, we all live on this world, is the Jiva when you're alive here. Should have prana in it. If you don't have prana and you have Jiva, you're a living dead person. So shall we all live a life with the prana in us? Absolutely. That is what I have given the photograph here. We human beings have an aura around us. That's what is a prana. Now every cell of the body also has a prana in and around it. Now yesterday when I checked the prana of the doctor's product, it has got the highest. It's a very divine product. Now when you say divine, I will go into a little bit detail later on. So we all need to have prana. And the name beautifully suits the prana jiva. That means your life is given with the power of energy. You should have that. And that's when we all can move forward. Now, if you look at our WHO definition of health, what does it state? It states health is a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being and not merely the absence of a disease or infirmity. Now, what do they mean by that? Is there is no standard fixture that, okay, you're a healthy person means if you don't have a disease doesn't mean you're a healthy person. But if you can physically, mentally and social well-being, like we all are gathering, this is a social gathering for us. So when we can do that without any hindrances, that's amazing. And the infirmity is basically when you get a disease as you grow old, due to the older, the bodily dysfunction which happens when you get old. Now, I have put a garland this side and I have put a wreath this side. Does it make any difference? When do you use a wreath and when do you use a garland? When we get married, we use a garland, right? Something very happy. And the wreath is basically a round thing. Of course, it's also another flower, respect to the person who has passed away. But what I would say is, let us not die prematurely. We should not die prematurely. When the time comes to die, it's still okay. So for that, we need to take care of our health. In that way, how are we going to take care of our health? In that way, if you look at, in 2001 in Malaysia, the unhealthy people in Malaysia were around 30%. This was in 2001. Then in 2008, when they did another study, it came up to around 50%. Now 2012, when they did a study, 60% of the Malaysians are unhealthy. That means they are all prone for a disease. The disease will never tell you that I'm going to come inside your body. So here we all need to be looking to how are we going to prevent the disease coming into us. Now you have to ask yourself, am I healthy? What do you mean by healthy? The exact meaning of healthy, if you look into the dictionary, wouldn't be what I'm going to tell you. If you split the word into two, heal, die. When your body can heal thyself on its own, that means you're healthy. For example, you get a cut and then you don't use any medication for healing and heals on its own, that means you're a healthy person. Now, are we doing that? Can we do that? That means you're a healthy person. It's fantastic. Okay, now most of us, if you are looking at the journey of life, we are confused actually. As you presently rightly said, sir, there are a lot of products in the market. Absolutely. And let me tell you, there will be thousands and one product like Pranajeeva coming into the market. It will be there. Absolutely. But what I would appreciate is if the product comes from a divine person with the source, with the sole intention of helping another fellow human being, then it's a wonderful product. Here I can vouch, Doctor is a wonderful soul because when I checked his energy yesterday and his life partner as well, they both were fantastic. Now which way to go? We don't know. Now for this, we all should understand that we need to be in clarity of mind. Now clarity of mind comes with your sixth sense, which is your rationalization when it's functioning. you can clearly know what you want. Now, how many of you are ready to face the disease? Are we all ready to face the disease? Most of us know. Because we don't even feel that the disease is coming. For example, if you're talking about diabetes, it takes 2 years before you recognize in your body that you have diabetes. So for 2 years you will not know there's a diabetic situation, pre-diabetic we call it. Now they just come without warning. I mean, you've seen a lot of people, hey, yesterday I spoke to him, suddenly today he's dead. This is happening. 30-year-old man, heart attack. 40-year-old, heart attack. Diabetes, liver failure. Why all this situation? Because they are not prepared for it. What I would appreciate is prepare yourself with the right supportive supplements and necessary lifestyle changes. This will definitely make you to walk a long way. Now, most of us, if you look at, either you are on this side, like this particular cat which is totally relaxing, or you are like this. Are you surrendering to the disease? Most of us surrender to the disease. I say don't surrender to the disease. You need to overcome that. Or you are too relaxed and you are ignoring yourself. Now, once the time has come, the disease takes over from you, what happens? You don't even have time to even recoup back because you are so worried. Now, most of us, for example, if the doctor says you have cancer, what will happen? That's the day finish. They will note it down in the dictionary and then say they will book the ticket for the return ticket. That's what they will look at. I would say, no, we can fight it out. Now, how do we do that is, if you look at the common diseases, what we are, in today's world, 2014, commonest is heart disease. Most of the youngsters are suffering from heart disease. Then you get cancer, then comes diabetes, then comes hypertension, stroke, kidney diseases, liver diseases, and other common diseases. These are the very common diseases which has been afflicting our human population. Now, can you understand this particular art, what I have put the photograph? The disease will cut you from behind. You won't even know the disease is actually affecting you. What I mean to say is, you wouldn't realize that your kidney has failed. You wouldn't even realize that your liver has failed. This is what the disease will do. Unless you recognize and take a step to change your life now. How are you going to do this? Now, why do we get a disease? If you look at the reason, it's mainly because of lack of blood supply. For example, if you take a road in India and you take a road probably in our Malaysian highways, which is more easy to travel, our Malaysian highways are much beautiful to travel because you can go at even speeds of 200 and above. Whereas in India, you cannot go such high speed. So that means to say if your blood supply is clear, that means your cellular functions will be much better because they get the oxygen and the nutrition which they require. Now the second thing is lack of exercise. This is one thing I would always say, please regularly go for exercise. If you do not, you are going to face a problem. Even if it's a brisk walking, it's good enough. Please do that. Now if you are talking about stressful lifestyle, I would say in my dictionary there is no meaning for a stressful life in my journey because I don't have any stress in my journey. I don't give importance to it. Maybe it is there, but I don't give importance. So you all should know how to handle it. Then comes your food. Just because Malaysia has 24 hours restaurant doesn't mean we all go and eat there 24 hours. Come on. After 10 o'clock until early morning 4 o'clock, your body goes in for rejuvenation. You go on eating, how is your liver and other body functions going to rejuvenate? So we should stop eating by 10 o'clock. And if possible, you are supposed to eat more of light diet in the night and in the afternoon you can have a heavy meal. It doesn't matter. Choose your food. If you are 30 years and above, reduce your white rice, reduce your white sugar, reduce your white salt. These 3 whites you have to reduce if you are above 30 years. Lack of body, mind and soul in harmony. This is where the meditation comes, regular meditation. Your prayers plays a very, very important role in your journey of life. If at all, if you understand what is meditation, it's a very beautiful concept. In my dictionary, meditation is bringing down your brain waves to a calmer one, means lower one. I'm working on this. I'm actually scientifically proving because I have a machine with me. I can check your brain waves and say, are you in a meditative state or not? Because there are a lot of Indians come and tell me that, doctor, I have been doing meditation for 15 years. I say, no problem, come let me check your brain waves. If you can switch on and off your brain wave, that means you are in the right frame of mind. It's an amazing technology from Korea. That's another beautiful area I'm working on. Then pollution, can we avoid this? Now Malaysia is going through this pollution, which is a haze which you are facing. How are we going to avoid? If we cannot avoid this, then we smoke along, what do? Aren't we doing a bonus to our body saying that already the outer environment is giving a problem? And along with it, if you start smoking, it is going to definitely, it will be a big health hazard. So you should look into it. Then of course medication. If I say medication, please understand the medication is the tablets or the drugs, which drugs means what? Drugs is basically a chemical compound which is being given to you for a particular function to be reduced. Or do they assist you? How many of you understand that diabetes treatment, they don't treat the pancreas, they only treat your sugar level? Have you ever noticed that? Have you ever asked your doctor, doctor, why are you giving me this medicine to reduce the sugar only, but my pancreas is a problem, why are you treating my pancreas? We are not. Now this is where, to rejuvenate your pancreas, you need to work with your stem cells. You need to go for regular exercise. You need to take care of your food properly. And automatically things will improve. Now, do you want to go and sit in the queue there? It's up to you. Now, body is a temple. How many of you agree? Udal or Alayam. Body is a temple, of course. And the soul is your God. You don't need to go in search of God outside. Now, if you are looking at our aura or the prana outside our body, is also another very important area, which is actually controlled by your mind. Now, in this materialistic world, we are all running into money, power chase, of course anger, smoking, stress and overweight. These are the commonest things which we all, without our knowledge, we are all following it very sincerely, dedicatedly, religiously, we are following it. Now the cycle of a disease. Doctors are wonderful human beings on this planet Earth, and especially if you are talking about allopathy, which is my field, I would say this is one of the most beautiful profession which I have chosen to make, because we can give life. We can help you to uplift your journey of life. But here I would, word of caution is, preventive health is much better than treating a disease. That's what I am following. If you look at the doctor there, if your lifestyle is not clear, what happens? You get a disease, you go to the doctor. What happens? Doctor will once again advise you to go for a lifestyle change, and then of course if you go for it, definitely the disease can be controlled. Or if you don't, automatically you go with complication. Once again the complication, you go back to the doctor. So it is a contract which you sign with the doctor the moment you have a disease. It's a permanent contract until you go to the grave. So we need to change. Now what are we going to do? If you look at this, now where this particular product Pranajeeva can help us is, in this area is, put you back into the health. If you are a normal person without any disease, at least you can recover back. You just see the graph here. First you will be healthy basically. Now the first stage, your body goes into adaptation. That means your body will not tell you that it is going through a problem, it will adjust to that particular situation. The second thing is disadaptation. That means there will be slight symptoms like pain or uneasiness will be there, which you will feel that is okay. Then comes the pre-disease stage. Pre-disease is, for example, if you are a diabetic, your blood test, if they do, and then it is around 5.6 to 6, the doctor will say it's a pre-diabetic stage. Now, the moment you get into a pre-diabetic stage is the best stage for you to get back into the healthy stage, because you can change these two situations much faster. But the moment you get back to get the disease, what happens is doctors put you back into the pre-disease stage. That's it. They don't take you into the health stage. So here it's a very, very important this one, that the moment you change this and go back to the health, and probably this is where Pranajeeva, this particular product, can help us to stay healthy and then start moving forward in our life. Now, do you want to dance with health, or do you want to be suffering with the other side? It's up to you. Now, the road to healthy cells is basically what happens is, you need to have proper food, proper nutrition, and then oxygen. Oxygen plays a very, very important role in our journey of life. Now, you want to be healthy, or the disease like that can give you a cracker being bursted behind you, you won't even know it is there. What is that you are going to do now? Stop giving excuses from today onwards. What is that? Looking for easy shortcuts, blaming others, and including blaming God. wasting your time and start a change now. Now what is the change you're going to do? That is, you're going to start with a health nutritional supplement, which probably in my with my time what I spent with the doctor yesterday, it's a wonderful journey what the doctor has done, and then this is gave me a very positive feeling of the product there. It's almost 1,000-year-old recipe of the monks. It's been there, and it's been there. Now 200 years of unadulterated herbs. This is another area. Yesterday doctor was saying that today with the pollution probably they are looking at organic farming, much more purer. With 200 ingredients inside, and reasonably I put it across as it can be safe 200%. The reason is there are no adverse reaction, no side effects. In our medical terminology, we look into two things. One is adverse effects, another one is a side effect. Both are actually sometimes not appreciated. Sometimes we might have to go through it, but here both are not there. So that is an advantage. And of course, for me as a medical man, if this group can assist us and say yes, this product has been approved or registered in FDA, that means the product has got all the qualities which is required to be for human consumption. Then of course, proven medical miracles are there. Of course, in Sri Lanka they have done a lot of clinical studies. There is a lot of beautiful benefits, and it's appropriate, tangible, scientific proof is another area which I am looking at. It is appropriate, it is tangible. That means it is reasonably good enough. We don't need to proclaim a lot of things, but it is reasonably tangible and scientific proof is there. And of course, we should be having a wonderful support from the local caste traders, which they are bringing the product into Malaysia, and reasonably priced. Now the bio-wipes, as I told you, is almost 15 inches, so the availability is very high, and it's a divine product. I can vouch for this because the vibration or the aura or the prana in that particular product is very high. Now you have to stop the disease. Take the parachute and start flying now. Or do you want to take the other way? It's up to you. So basically, to stop a disease, you need to be healthy first. So prevention is much more better. So in that way, this particular product absolutely will help you, assist you in your healthier journey. And such of those you are having a disease, definitely at least you can prevent complication. Look into that. Do not buy the product with the intention of a cure or with the intention of treating a disease. Do not buy the product. Don't waste your money. Because this product is a health supplement. It's a supplement actually. It will only assist you in your journey. But guaranteed, the moment you take this and your disease gets cleared, like what this gentleman told me, I appreciate that. It's good for you. But as long as we are open in our mind and then we start moving forward, life will be much more beautiful. So I hope your brain is working right now, either this way or the other way. Look into it. It's a wonderful product. And do call us if you need any assistance in terms of medical assistance. We are there to assist you. And thank you very much for your patience hearing. Thank you very much. And once again, thank you, doctor. You have done a wonderful job. It's a beautiful product, and I hope the Malaysians will be able to support in the way of becoming a healthier journey of life. Thank you very much for your support and as well as your research. And I look forward that we all can work together to give a better journey of life for the mankind. Thank you very much, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Prabhu Kumar. Okay, Mr. Roger just informed me that if anybody want to taste the product, just now somebody was asking, the sample is available at the counter there. Yeah? And thank you, Dr. Prabhu. I think you've done a wonderful presentation, the pictures and all that. Not an easy thing to do. You spent a lot of effort in coming up with this presentation. Thank you very much, Doctor. And Doctor is currently working on research called bio-wipes. Bio-wipes. Tamil என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க அது? உயிர் அலைகள். பிராணா. ஸோ அவர்கிட்ட போனீங்கன்னா உங்கள் மூளை எந்த அளவில் என்ன அலைவரிசையில் இருக்குன்னு அது கண்டுபிடிச்சு சொல்லிடுவார். நல்ல அலைவரிசையில் இருக்கா இல்லை கெட்ட அலைவரிசையில் இருக்கான்னு. Anyway, thank you very much, Doctor. for your very enlightening presentation, very useful presentation. Of course, together with Dr. Sajiva, our Deputy High Commissioner, very supportive, is still here with us. Please give a big hand to our Major General. And ladies and gentlemen, I just like to share a very short one. I had a